Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I am Lex, and today we're doing something I've never done before. I have been working on my tropical island Lotus Reef off of videos. I've been doing it via live stream, so you haven't seen much of this island being built, and some people requested that I post it in video format since they didn't have time to watch an entire stream to figure it out. So I figured I'd start with the marketplace that I designed. So this video is going to be me designing both Nook's Cranny and Abel's Sisters, which is a cool little side perk for shortening streams for the speed build, is that I didn't do one at a time. I have both for you here today. Please do excuse the stream overlay information on the screen. This is of course saved from my live stream. I don't record my videos separately, so that's why you're seeing that, but I hope you enjoy. We're starting here with Nook's Cranny, and the concept I had was to have Nook's Cranny on a little cliff, a very small area for Nook's Cranny, the smallest I think I've ever worked with in Animal Crossing, and I wanted the area below Nook's Cranny to be a little like juice bar sort of vibe, a little, I guess, cafe-ish place. So you'll see me build both. I hope you enjoy, and I will let you vibe with the music for a bit. I mentioned the cafe area that I wanted to build. Beside it is the peninsula, and so I wanted to do something with this area as well. I decided to just make a little waterfall over here. I figured that would be a little bit easier to decorate, and it would also add to the tropical resort vibes I wanted. I wanted it to be a very natural tropical island, despite the fact that it has resorty vibes too. I did want it to be super lush and have a lot of water scaping going on, so I'm making a waterfall over to the right with some cliffs, just so that they frame the cafe. I think it turns out really nice, so I hope you enjoy. I decided, since I had a waterfall so close by, I wanted to go ahead and extend this river that goes past my, or behind, I guess, my campsite. I decided to extend it over to the waterfall so that I could put in a bridge as well. I thought that would be a really cute way to enter into the market area, since I am putting it here at the back of the island. It's kind of separate from everything. I thought the bridge would be a good segue into this area, and I think I was right. I think it turns out very cute. So here I am starting to line out outline, the juice bar, the little juice cafe area. I think it is really nice with this sandstone pathway. My code's website is currently down, but I will put my Pinterest board for Lotus Reef in the description. That is where all of my codes are tagged, so you can see them if you want to use any of the custom designs I used today on your own island. Feel free. I will eventually try to compile them all into one place so that you can see the codes and the creators and make sure everything is properly credited, but for now we have my Pinterest to work with. I did want it to feel very like chic, like beach towny over here, and I really like the backdrop of the ocean. I was also kind of excited to work on this beach rock to the back because it is going to be right behind the cafe. I was like, okay, well maybe I can decorate it too, and you're not ready. You're not ready for the beach rock. It's probably one of my favorite builds ever. I also, like I said, wanted this area to feel supernatural, not supernatural one word, but very natural, So I wanted to make it very lush and just include a lot of plant life too. Decorating the juice bar was really fun for me because it gave me an opportunity to use a lot of miscellaneous items, and those are my favorite. I love the layering you can do with different items, and I just really enjoyed putting it together. I love the colors and all. Here I am starting the beach rock itself. As I said, this was something I was really proud of, so I hope you really like how it turns out too. I had pretty little concept of what I wanted to do going in. Like I said, this is originally from a live stream, so if you do want to see the live decor and hear my thoughts as I'm building, you're welcome to go and watch those live streams too. But I really was just kind of winging it as I went along, and Chat and I were vibing. We were trying to figure out what the heck looked best, and this layering of the bamboo partition and the party string lights, that was one of my favorite things. I think it looks really good. So anyway, just really happy with this whole design. It's so happy and bright, which is what I visualized when I was conceptualizing the island. My microphone is being my op today, so I'm so sorry if the quality was weird for a second, but anyway, I think we're back. We are so back. I was talking about earlier, my favorite part of the build being the cafe area, the rock. I think this was the most difficult part of the build for me, just figuring out what to do in front of Nook's Cranny, because it was a decision to put it in such a small area when I'm used to having huge spaces to work with for Nooks. This was definitely a little challenge, and I'm not mad at it. I did enjoy kind of getting out of my comfort zone by trying, a smaller area for something that I'm not used to. I think it turned out super duper cute. I'm not mad at all at the final design here. I do think it looks great, and I like the sort of symmetry I have going on with the pathway there, but having the mismatched items. I also took a break from Nook's Cranny to go over and extend the cliff beside it, which is where I had decided to put Able Sisters. So the Able Sisters shop is going to be on this second level. You'll see later as I place it, and I knew I wanted to have a sunken waterfall in this part, so that's why I left that one little spot open so that I could dig down there without having to go from the very edge of the cliff, which is what you do to make little sunken areas if the cliff is complete. So anyway, I just left that opening so that I could get back down and start chopping away when I decided how big I wanted that cliff to be, or the sunken area. This is me making space for an incline. I wanted to have another incline right in front of the one that leads up to Nook's Cranny so that you could go up to Able Sisters as well. You'll kind of see that coming together after I finish this bit, but yeah, it's going swimmingly. As always, I like to outline where buildings are going to go with pathing that I'm not going to use in the build. So here I am outlining where Able Sisters will go so I can figure out how I want the sunken waterfall area to be. Initially, I had wanted it to be a 2-tiered waterfall, so I would put a second cliff tier behind it, but there just wasn't room here where I'm working. And you know what? It is totally fine to change your plans as you're going. If you start working and realize, hey, this would actually look better if I didn't do my initial plan, that's okay. You're not failing, you are adapting, and adapting is good. So I was ready. At this point, I was like, okay, everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and place my incline. We're going to place Able Sisters. And I was really excited to see how the sunken waterfall turned out. That's one of my specialties, one of my favorite things to design. Let's play sunken waterfalls for real. I did time travel so it would be easier to decorate in front of Abel's sisters so we could actually see the shop. I find that makes it just worlds easier to get things together. Also could go ahead and place the path down without it disappearing once I time traveled. So this was super helpful, I think, just seeing how everything played out. I love this little area. I think having a small marketplace was a challenge in a fun way. It was difficult to figure out how I wanted things to look. It's kind of hard to fit as many trees especially as I wanted, but I'm happy with how it turned out in the end. I decided to do the typical Animal Crossing girly, trend and put some little decorations outside some mannequins with outfits as if that's what Abel Sisters was selling. I just think that's an adorable idea. I love it when they have little fashions on display. So that's what I did. And the rest of this kind of section is just me filling in the empty grass, which is a hard challenge. I think it is so difficult to just see an empty patch of grass and be like, wow, what would look great here versus what would make it look cluttered or not put together. I think I tread a fine line in this build, especially working around the sunken waterfall and everything, between making it look very aesthetically pleasing and looking a little overdone, but I'm happy with how it turns out. I hope you are too. I'm always open to hearing any of your opinions about it. I decided to make a little sitting area over here, even though I think once everything's grown in, this spot on the island is inaccessible, so you're only really seeing it now. It's not somewhere I think you could go and sit when you visit the dream address, but I think it's super cute. I love the combination of that bench and that custom design in front of it, so hopefully I'll be able to use that again on the island. I just think it's freaking cute. As a last little addition to this area, I decided to go ahead and decorate the platform behind resident services. I had made this little deck area some other time in my streams. It was not part of the marketplace build, but I hadn't decorated it yet, so I was like, you know what, it's gonna be thematically pretty similar to the juice bar area, the Nook's Cranny area, so I might as well go ahead and decorate it. So I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way here. So this is just the spot behind resident services. You could see the resident services building as I was decorating. Okay, this little cliff with the waterfalls is not 100% done. As you can see, some things still need to grow in, but I did take a second to showcase this angle to my stream chat, so I figured I'd let you guys see too how it's looking. I love that angle. I love having the double waterfalls with the grass still splitting them. Here is the island map and dream address. So far, I do update it after each build, so you can go and check out what's done on the island so far. Here's a little walkthrough. So I'm going from my campsite up to this area. Here's the bridge I made. And the juice bar is so cute. There's Nook's Cranny. And then up again, and we're at Able Sisters. Look at this view. I am so proud of how this turned out, given my lack of like planning early for it and feeling kind of like I was doing too much at some parts. I think it turned out really well. I do think this is kind of what I pictured for my island theme. I feel like this shot alone could be this is Lotus Reef's tropical theme. This is what I want it to look like. Continuing the walkthrough here, I was really happy that the build turned out as lush and beautiful as I wanted it to. Again, I feel like I really managed to capture what I want Lotus Reef's theme to be with these builds, just the mixture of custom designs and plants. I'm obsessed with my juice bar and the rock behind it. Here is the deck behind resident services complete. It's just a tiny area, but I think it's cute, a little sitting space. I wish it was accessible to villagers to sit in the chairs. Imagine how cute they'd be just back behind resident services. I also just really appreciate you all for hanging out. If you want to catch one of these streams live to hang out with me while I decorate my island, I stream every Friday at noon Eastern time, so hope to catch you there. And if you are in these streams and you're watching this video to feel the nostalgia, let me know in the comments. I love to see you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this speed build and love where Lotus Reef is going, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!